Hi guys, just want to have a chat and share my experiences with you really, regarding with how my training is going during the challenges we're facing through the lockdown because of COVID-19. If like me, you had a number of races planned this year and they've all been cancelled, then it's been a bit of a nightmare really. Especially if you've invested a lot of time and effort into your training, and you now haven't got a chance to go and express yourself. For me, I started training, my block of training started in October. I was due to do Ironman Mallorca 70.3 in May. So a lot of my training was over the winter months. I was out on the bike for 12 hours a week doing 4-hour rides in the wind and the rain, and the freezing cold, which was really tough. But you had your mind on that goal of putting in a good race, only now to find that it's not going ahead. So for me, it's been a bit of a bitter pill to swallow really. It's insignificant when you look at the bigger picture, but in a sporting sense and things like that, it has been really difficult. And I've got to be honest, since the lockdown I've struggled a little bit with motivation. I always like to have a race, something I can work to, and obviously we don't know when any of this is going to end. I've got ITU World Championships in Holland in September, and I just don't know if it's going to go ahead. So training wise at the moment has been a bit of a struggle. So I've decided to have 2 weeks off and basically just rest, let the body recover from the hard work, get some jobs done around the house that should have been done 3 years ago to keep the wife happy. Once that's out of the way, my plan of attack is obviously, I haven't got a goal to sort of work to, a target date or anything like that. So I'm basically going to look at working on my weaknesses. So, things like my power output on the bike, trying to look at, increase that, increase the speed, whilst running as well, my top end speed, so a lot of shorter stuff. Swimming is obviously out of the window, with all the leisure centres being closed, and it's not quite warm enough to be swimming in the sea or in the pool at the moment. So with regards to adapting my training, it's going to be tough. My plan is to do my rides are going to be, a lot of them is going to be indoors now, through Zwift. They're going to be quite short, an hour and a half, but I'm probably going to do like 3 or 4 high intensity sessions. So I'll maybe do 5 sessions on the bike, but 3 or 4 of them are going to be really short and sharp, and sort of working on my power output, trying to increase that level. And on the run, I'm quite lucky. I live in an area where there's lots of open space, so I can go out and run and not bump into anybody. And again, for the running at the moment, I say I'm going to work on my weaknesses, but I'm just going to go out and just run. Not worry about looking at your watch, looking at your heart rate, and just really remember why I started doing triathlon, why I started running, is because it's just nice to get out there. So leave the heart rate in the house, leave the watch in the house, and just go and run for the enjoyment. The one thing, or 2 things really, that I think is really important as well now, the opportunity is that I can work on a bit of strength and conditioning as well. I've got a bit of issues with my hamstrings and my hip flexors, so I'm definitely going to do some strength and conditioning regarding that, do a lot of band work and things like that, because sometimes I feel it affects my training a little bit. If I do strength and conditioning, when I'm doing high intensity stuff, then after, it affects the performance. So now is the perfect time when I am got a race lined up. Now I can get that strength and conditioning in, and then when all this blows over, I'll be ready to go. Keep training. Keep focused. It will come to an end, and when that race day comes, if you can keep on top of things, don't lose the fitness you've got now. Make sure you're rested, but just try and maintain that fitness. Work on your weaknesses, and then you're going to be in a better position when it's all over. Cheers, guys. Ta-ra.